Hi, this is 365801 and this is day 25 of the 25 Days of Manga. So Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates Christmas and congratulations to everyone who has participated on the 25 Days of Manga. You've made it to the end. Yay! I'm very tired but I am very excited about this particular video. In front of you can see the bingo board, and I have done a video for each and every prompt except for the final one, which is give the gift of manga to a friend. So what I'm going to do is a roundup video for all of the titles that I read, and at the end of today's video I would like to launch a small competition for my channel and give the gift of manga to a friend of the channel. So this is a competition. So stay tuned to the end for all of the details on how you could possibly win a volume of manga. Hopefully this will be something I can actually do properly. So as you can see in front of you are all of the print volumes of manga that I have read for this particular readathon, the 25 Days of Manga. I have arranged them into a reread pile and two new to me piles. So I have quite a substantial number of titles. I went through both print and digital. I read through some webcomics as well as doing some reads and some rereads of webcomics and online with Futekia or Sublime or through Amazon, lots of different ways. So yeah, I had quite a lot of reading done. I worked out that I've read around 37 volumes in 25 days. That's actually quite a lot of reading for me. I did start a Goodreads sort of challenge number, and I did want to read one for each day. I have no idea what my final count would be because I gave up on that. I'll do a video on my channel goals and my reading goals and things like that in the new year, when I'm a little bit more organised and I've had a rest from doing videos every day. I think 25 days in a row is enough. If you're looking forward to what videos I will be doing next, I will be doing a haul video. I was very lucky to get some good titles this month, so I will put that video up at the end of the month and then do some review videos and some looking forward to the next year, 2021 videos. A bit like I did last year, probably in the actual new year, 2021, rather than in 2020. I need a rest, I need a wee break. So I've read quite a lot as well, and the 37 that I read is really great at contributing to a good number, but I don't think I was anywhere near the actual target, which was of course 266, because 2020 is a leap year. Now I did do a few rereads. Sleeping Moon is a reread, but it's been a while since I read it and I forgot how much I really liked it, and out of all of Kano Miyamoto's works, Sleeping Moon is my favourite because there's a lot more plot and there's a lot more interest, and it has all of the things that I like. It's supernatural, it's got some historical element to it, and yeah, it's a good solid story, so I was happy to reread that. I was also happy to reread Hanger, just so I could be reacquainted with the story, and that meant that I could introduce myself to volume 3 and really enjoy it. And I just absolutely love Hirotaka Kisaragi's work. It's so beautiful and it's very well done, and the character designs are excellent. I also did a reread of That Blue Sky Feeling, volumes 1, 2 and 3. I have a few issues with this work, but overall I think it's a really sweet read that a lot of people could benefit from picking up and trying if they're so inclined. The Secrecy of the Shivering Night, technically it's the first time I'm reading it in print form, but I have got it as a digital copy and I've had it for a long time. I bought it off the June Manga website, and I've just been able to read it on my Kindle, so it's a reread in that respect. And of course it's beautiful Muku Ogura's work, who I just absolutely love. Her artwork is just lovely and her chibis are just adorable. And of course the last one there is The World's Greatest First Love Volume 7, and I knew I had read it before. I've read it a couple of times, and I read it in Japanese as well, so it's a definite reread. But I was so tired that I was kind of falling asleep, which isn't good. Now on to the new reads for me, and there is a really good mixture of out of print titles and new titles, newly acquired titles, and titles that have been in my collection for a little bit of time, but not too much time. The one that is the oldest one I probably had the longest is Loveless, actually, volumes 1 and 2, the omnibus version. And I've watched the anime, but I've never actually sat down and read the manga. And I have had the Tokyo Pop volumes 1 to 8 for quite a while as well. Or at least volumes 1 and 2 I think I had. So yeah, it's good that I was able to actually finally sit down and read it. And it does make me want to read more of it. But a lot of these titles I picked up during 2020. So I'm actually really pleased about it. Can an otaku like me really become an idol or be an idol? Was more sexy than I had thought it was going to be. Obviously it's very cute cover, but it was quite graphic inside, so that was a bit of a surprise. Chocolate Surprise was not so much of a surprise because it's Lily Hoshino, and she's always known for her cute drawings but actually a bit racy stories. Fourth Generation Head I didn't really want to talk about after I read it. During the reading process I was fine, but almost as soon as I finished reading I got really upset about it and I didn't really want to discuss it. And I'm not sure I'm wanting to discuss it now. And it does make me want to have a second thought about picking up Jealousy. I want to because it's come out this year and I really like Scarlett Berico's work, but I'm not too sure how comfortable I am. It does make me feel uncomfortable. So I'm not too sure how much I want to read Jealousy. I might pick it up and just leave it to the side and put it on like a TBR if you really, really feel in the mood for it. So Hanger was great and I really enjoyed the third volume. Silver Diamond was really good as well. I'd love to get the rest of those. I think, what did I say? There was 9 volumes, so I'll need to try and pick the rest of them up. I Give to You was good. It was one that I had obviously difficulty getting. One I considered a white whale and I was lucky enough to get. So I'm happy I managed to get it. And it was a good solid read. It was interesting. So I'm happy that I read it. And there is obviously volume 8 of The World's Greatest First Love that I did for my festive photo. And once again, it was one I had read, but I had only read it in Japanese. So this was the first time I was actually reading it in English. Because even though it's been sitting in my drawer for a long time, with its plastic still on, I just never actually got around to reading it. Because in my mind I've gone, oh, I've already read that. I will hopefully be taking my time, and between now and the end of the year, reading the rest from volume 8, so volume 9 through to volume 13, slowly enjoying it and trying not to fall asleep, because I'm sure it's much more interesting and entertaining when I'm awake and I've had some rest. On the other side we have 2 blue titles that I picked up this year, Stray Cat and You and Me, etc. Both were a little bit difficult to get hold of in the UK, and they were okay. They weren't anything fabulous, so I wasn't terribly impressed with the fact that they are a little bit difficult to get hold of, and yet their stories inside were only so-so. I do love Kyugo's work though, and I would like to have more of her work in English. The next 2 ones that you can see, Honey Coloured Pancakes and Honey Smile, both with the word honey in them. Keiko Kinoshita's work is beautiful and lovely, and I have to admit that even though I have just read them a couple of days ago, I'm struggling to remember what they were about. I'm gonna have to go and listen to my own review. Oh dear. So I can't say that that they were all that memorable. Will I remember it? No, and it's only been a few days. So I think that's one of the issues as well. I was listening to Shay on Shay Geeks Out talking about how sometimes when you read things a lot and you're reading a lot, you don't always remember the things that you're reading. And that's definitely an occupational hazard when it comes to BL. So many of them are a little bit throwaway and a little bit nice and fluffy and cute. And then as soon as you're done, you forget all about them. Which is no bad thing when you want to pick up something else and read it again. But it's no good thing if you want to actually remember the things that you've read. So I can't actually remember what either of those are about. It's only been a few days. The next ones are Cast Heaven Volumes 1 and Volume 2. Brand new to me, Chise Ogawa, I think. And they are really interesting ones, and very much so I want to pick up Volumes 3 and 4, I think, should be available. So I think, yeah, Cast Heaven Volume 4, I think, just become available. So I will need to try and see if I can pick them up, because they seem like they would be really interesting for 2021. They're on my list. And the last three, No One Loves Me is a Yugi Yamada title that I absolutely love Yugi Yamada, but I'm a little bit disappointed that they were let down with the lack of proofreading that went on in this particular volume. Although, highly recommend it as a story. Colour was okay. Aki and Taishizao, one of their first works together, and interesting as a sort of time capsule of their work. But underneath that is Cool Uncool. Asokai is just such great, lovely, sweet work with beautiful, beautiful artwork, and I could just sit here and read that again. It's just wonderful. Now, when it comes to the digital works that I picked up, Void I started with, as well as The Boy Can't Help It, and both of them are Sublime titles that I thoroughly enjoyed and would very much recommend. Void being one where it's about a relationship robot or sex robot, which seems kind of prosaic, but actually was done in a very interesting and different way. I liked it a lot. And The Boy Can't Help It had a couple of stories, but the first one, the title cover one, is the one I really enjoyed, and I liked the couple. I would read more on this couple. I kind of want to know what happened next and how they're getting on and everything to do with them. So yeah, I would like to see more from that. The next one I read was Ten Dance Volume 1, and it definitely made me think, right, I'm going to have to get the rest of the volumes. So I'm going to have to try and keep my eye out for a nice Volume 2 at a good price. I also read You're My Sex Star Volume 1 and Volume 2. This is available on Futekia, and I'm so pleased that they were releasing You're My Sex Star Volume 2 while we were doing this 25 Days of Manga. I absolutely love the artwork. It's so good. Tamako? Is that it? Tamako? And it's so beautiful, and the story is sexy, and it's just fun. So yeah, I definitely recommend that. Get yourself a Futekia subscription. So many titles to read. This is going to be a big thing for me, I think, in one of my goals for 2021. I'm going to try and read a lot more from them. Next, on to A Man of Virtue. As I mentioned during this video, I've been collecting on and off as I've been getting some extra coins, and I really enjoy it, and I really want to get the rest. There's a lot more to it that I haven't picked up yet, so I'm on the lookout for more coins, and I will probably be buying more chapters, or I should say episodes, on Leshin of A Man of Virtue. I really enjoy these two. I really am interested and intrigued to see where their relationship goes. So that's what I'm going to be picking up in the future too. On to another Futekia title, and that is Pornographer, and it was actually the 3 volumes, Pornographer, and then Indigo Blue, and then the second Pornographer volume. And I have to say, Indigo Blue was my favourite of the 3. It was very, very good, and I loved that last little chapter at the end, just made it special. And on to the last digital title, and that is another Leshin title, and this is Love is an Illusion. It is my absolute favourite webcomic, and it means a great deal to me. It's an Omegaverse, and it's dead cute, and Buell is just the most amazing baby star. He's so cute, but I love all the characters in Love is an Illusion. Go check it out if you haven't already. They have a lovely little Christmas one. I'm looking forward to the next episode. That will be part 2. And you know there's going to be some Smexy stuff in it. You just know it. So, out of all of these titles you can see in front of you, as well as the digital ones, that was 37 different titles, or volumes I should say. Some of them, they had more than one. So 37 out of 25 days is a lot of reading, as I said before. So I'm very happy with it. 25 days of doing videos as well is exhausting, and I'm so proud of myself, pat on the back, that I managed to do all of these videos in, hopefully this will be uploaded on the 25th as well, if it gets out. But yeah, I'm very happy that I've been able to do this. So on to the competition. I would like to introduce to you probably my favourite out of all of the things that I read. Print from the rereads is actually probably Sleeping Moon. I really enjoyed that as a reread. The new to me titles that I really enjoyed, actually it's probably gonna go with Cast Heaven. I really enjoyed Cast Heaven a lot. I love Cool and Uncool just because of the artwork, but in terms of the interesting stories, I really liked Cast Heaven. In terms of the digital, I just have to say there's a lot of really great digital titles out there. Love is an Illusion is always going to be my favourite, but other than that, I have really enjoyed You're My Six Star. That's really, really great. Overall though, for the year 2020, my favourite title is Monster and the Beast by Renji. I picked up volumes 1 and 2 back in December, but I read them in January, and then in October volume 3 came out and I read that straight away, and I absolutely loved it. So I would like to offer someone who is watching this video a copy of either volume 1 or volume 2 or volume 3, your choice. If you are able to receive a volume through Bookdepository or Wordery, I will put a link down below to their pages that tell you where they post to, so please check before you enter. To enter this competition, please write in the comment section below, out of the 37 titles, how many of them have you read? And out of the ones you've read, which one is your favourite? And out of the ones you haven't read, if you haven't read any of them, that would help. If you haven't read any out of those, which one would you most be likely to pick up? So make sure you leave a comment down below. Those 3 things. How many have you read out of the 37? Which ones did you like? Which ones would you like to read? And I will get back to you if your name comes up in a random generator that I will do. This competition will run until the 29th, midday, that's British time, midday on the 29th. And on the 29th I will see who has written a comment, and I will do a random generator, and then I will contact you to let you know. And you can tell me if you would like volume 1, 2 or 3 of Monster and the Beast by Renji. And you must of course be fine with letting me know what your address is so that I can post that out to you. So good luck, and I'm actually really looking forward to any comments you might have. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it all works out okay. If you're watching this video after the 29th, midday on British time, sorry, the competition will be over, but please feel free to leave a comment below. One of the reasons I'm doing this giveaway is because this year I managed to get over 100 subscribers, which is a really big achievement for me, and I was also able to get almost 1,500 watch hours, which is also a huge achievement. So there's been a lot more traffic and a lot more interaction and engagement with my channel this year, so thank you so much for that. And as a thank you, hopefully I'll be able to give a manga to someone watching. I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and a good holiday. I hope everyone's taking care and looking after themselves at this difficult time. It's been a hard year, I think, and I'm looking forward to a bit of a rest now. But remember, every day is a BL day.